Hi, Shep your customer service and experience expert, and today I want to talk about how customer support reps, salespeople, or anybody that talks to customers, how they should interact with them. Well, recently, Toyin McArthur, a trainer and facilitator for Storage Vault in Canada, asked me if I had any thoughts or suggestions related to customer service reps, and again, anybody who interacts with a customer, who uses questions like, how's the weather, to establish rapport with a customer. Well, the concern was that using the weather is a sure way to leave customers feeling like the agent or the salesperson is disinterested and unauthentic, resulting in an overall blah experience. How's the weather works if it's a topic of the day. For example, a question about the weather may be appropriate if there's a snowstorm or a hurricane. But if it's just a generic icebreaker, there are probably many other questions that are better. So I know what you're thinking. Shep, what are those questions? Well, I'm glad you asked, and I'll give you some examples in a moment. First, realize that depending on your type of business, these questions may or may not be appropriate, but at least they will get you thinking about good questions that you can ask to break the ice and build rapport. So here are 5 to get you started. Number 1, what's been the highlight of your day so far? Now, this is a great question when you're waiting for something on the computer to pop up. And it's a step away from how's the weather, and the question requires a response to the customer's answer. So if you do so with genuine interest, you're going to build rapport. Number 2, I see you're calling from whatever the city is. I've never been there. What's it like? Well, once you acknowledge what city the customer's from, the question could be different based on your knowledge. For example, you could say, I've always wanted to go there, or I grew up there, and continue with a short follow-up comment. Remember, the goal is to build rapport. Number 3, is that a dog I hear in the background? Now, people love talking about their dogs, and if it's kids you hear in the background, well, even better, ask, is that a kid I hear? Is that your child? Be sure to properly acknowledge the answer to prove the question was sincere. Number 4, I see you've been a customer with us for X number of years. What keeps you coming back? Now, this acknowledges the tenure of the customer. It allows them to verbalize why they like you and your products and your company. At the same time, you're getting valuable feedback that may be worth sharing with others in your organization. And number 5, if you could change one thing about your experience with us, what would that be? Well, this is my favorite feedback question, and while it may not be a question that you lead with, if you have an opportunity to ask it any time during the conversation, you may get some very valuable intel. All of these questions show you care. Building rapport is essential to creating a positive experience. Stay away from generic questions like, how's the weather? Focus on questions that are more meaningful and relevant. Your questions and your responses are key to making customers feel valued and appreciated. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short lesson. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Shep reminding you to always be amazing.